Hello everyone, I am Akash Rajpuria. I am right now here with a complete new series, and in this series, we are going to just do a lot of practice. Whatever concepts we have learned in different playlists, we are going to solve that. So basically, we would try here with the simple questions. We would start with simple questions. We are going to solve that live in the class. Okay, so you can pause the video and then you can give a try to it. From next time onwards, you would get the code, the questions on GitHub. So stay connected there. Okay, you would get the questions there on LinkedIn also, as well as on GitHub. So connect me on LinkedIn as well as on GitHub. So you can practice that before I explain you the approach as well as the solution. So hoping that this series would help you to practice, and in this series afterwards, we would keep projects as well in Python. Okay, so do stay connected, everyone. Subscribe and let's get started. For some videos, like if you have not seen the questions, you can pause that, try it, and then see the solution. Try that. This would definitely work and you will learn something new. So directly, it's now time to be on the screen. We have already the questions ready. Let's try that one by one, step by step, and let's understand them. Okay, so I would keep it somewhere here. Yeah. So write a program to accept a string from a user. Okay. We would keep it like this. Question number one. So write a program to accept a string from a user and display its character that are present at an even index number. So for example, our string is like this. Let's take, and we want even the characters that are present at even index. Okay, so like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now P is present at properly, T is present properly at even index, 2 is present at even index, and P is present at even index. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, 2, 4, 6, we have at even index. So now how we can approach this? We can store that in some other variable, let's say variable 1. Now, see how to approach this basically. The thing is very simple. We can use here the slicing. We have already seen in slicing, there is a step. Now here we want to jump from characters to characters. So we need to use here step. Whenever you want to jump, we need to use a step in slicing. So for that, there is a simple syntax: start, okay, start, end, which is not included, and then the step size. So this is the syntax for it. And now see how we are going to use this to solve the problem. The starting is at 0, ending is we want the complete word, so you can keep it as it is, and then the step size of 2. So we got exactly the same thing that we want. How to do it? Just very simple: pynative. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7. When I said start from 0, it would start from 0 here. Then I said jump for 2. So it would jump at 2 steps. This is 1 step and this is the second step. Same way from here also it would jump 2 step. This is 1 and this is 2 step. So you got T also. P and T, and then last V 2 steps. This is 1 and this is second step. So in this way, the step function, that step indexing works. So that was the first question. Okay, I forgot to say you the pause, but after every question, just get a pause. Now, second question I would explain you and then you can try after, just pause the video. The thing is, we have here number X, write a function to return true if the first and the last number are same. So we need to just check, given a list, we need to return if a function is like, if the first element and the last element are same. If they are same, true. If they are not same, false. Let's try this. So we can create a function for it, but let's say we don't know function, we can directly check a list also. So we can keep this in 2 different lists like this, and we can just check if numbers X first element, we want to check the first element. Okay, everyone gave a pause. If you have not seen that, if you have not solved it, solve it on your own first. Do not see the solution first. You would feel the solution is very simple. So do not do that. Okay, so numbers of 0, that would give you the first element. Now I would just use here double equals to. We have seen that double equals to you use for checking. And I would write here numbers of x and -1. -1 is for last. If both of them are same, it would automatically, you don't need to write if also, it would directly return you print true and false. So you don't need to write that. So see, we got true first. Then false, again, we can do it simply. We just need to mention here number x instead of number y. So simply, we are just using here double equals to operator, which is used to check the condition. And because we have condition here, that is to check if the first and the last number are same, we are using here double equals to. Now, if we want to do something with that, let's say if the two numbers, if the last and first number are equal, if you want to do something, let's say we want to double the list, we want to delete some element, we want to print something. If we want to do something, then we will use if. If we just want to print true and false, that can be done without if. So that was the thing. Let's see the third question. Iterate the given list of numbers and print only those numbers which are divisible by 5. Now see here, it is clearly mentioned that, okay, you can pause the video and then try to solve it. Pause it now. Okay, now it is clearly mentioned that you need to iterate over it, the numbers which are divisible by 5. So for iteration, you have for loop and while loop. While loop is used whenever you have no clue like how big your output would be. If you don't know the ending condition, in that case, majorly the while loop is used. So we will go with a simple loop, that is for loop. You can take this list, put that in any variable, let's say L1, and you can apply first a for loop for I in L1. So it would take element by element. Let's try to print if we are getting the same. Yes, we have seen that in for loop. We will get 10, 20, 33, 46, 55. Then instead of printing this, we can write here I modulus 5. Now see, modulus is used to check the remainder. I am writing that here. We have already seen it. Modulus is this is called as modulus, is used to get the remainder. Okay. And whenever, see, if you want to check the divisibility, for example, is 100 divisible by 3? I would use the modulus operator. This would give me the remainder. So 3 3s are 9, 1 0, 3 3s are 9, then 1. So see, the remainder is 1 here now, which means that it is not divisible. If the remainder is 0, which means that yes, this is divisible. So this modulus would give you the remainder. You have, I'm just recalling this. So if you do here 3 modulus 100, you need to do it in opposite way, 100 modulus 3. Okay, basically whatever the value is there in the starting, that goes inside it. Just remember that. Modulus 3, it would give you 1 as a remainder. So I'm checking that just this I modulus 5, is that double equals to 0? If that is the case, now see, I want to do like this. I want to only print divisible by 5. Now I would use if, not only double equals to. So if, and then I'm going to just print here I, because in I we have the elements. You know the for loop, this 10 goes into I, then 20 goes into I, 33 goes into I, like that. So we would get here exactly what we want, that is 10, 20, and 55. I hope this is clear, and do write in comment section what is your score out of 10. Right now, these are 3 problems are done. Let's see the 4th one. Write a program to extract each digit from integer and from an integer in a reverse order. For example, if the given is 7536, the output shall be 6357 with a space separating digit. Okay, now let's try to do that. Now see, this is also very simple from logic perspective. Now think for it. You want the last number. Okay, you want the last number here, like 6, then you want 3, then you want 5, then you want 7, like this. So first of all, what you can do is you can reverse this. You can put that into a string. Okay, let's say we put that in a variable 1, v equals to this, and we put that into a string for now. So you can easily reverse it using :-1. So you would get the reverse output here, 6357, but we want a space in between them. Okay, we want a space in between them. That also using for loop we can do it, but it is mentioned that now. See, understand guys, I would explain you what is this minus :-1. That is not right now important, but let's understand it. We have already seen in slicing. So if you have a string, let's say the string is apple, and you say : :-1. So understand this -1 stands that normally your indexing goes like this. But when you use -1, you go in this direction. Imagine that you have a car and the direction of that car is reversed. So it would start from E instead of A. So you would get ELAPPA. You can try that. It is the best command to reverse anything. So you can try that, APPLE, and inside that, if you give -1, you would get reverse of it. But now it is clearly mentioned it is int. So you cannot use this. You need to convert that into an integer. You need to use an integer here. So now you can use a simple, you can use here a simple logic. Let me first run that. Okay, first I would write the program and then I'm going to explain you step by step. So we know that modulus is used to get the remainder. So now whenever you divide anything by 10, okay, you would get the last number there. I would explain you how, but first wait. So we got the last number here. We can store that last number, and then we can use b equals to b divided by 10. So that would give you 753. So in A, the value is stored now. And we can just use here simple. We can store that numbers like a string, and then we can convert it. So we want string only. We want a list of this. Okay. So we would create an empty list. So output equals to empty list. Empty string, and we would just append that into it. So output plus A and plus space. First, let's try to run that and see if we are getting any error or output is correct or not. And then I'm going to explain you exactly what I have done here. So only concatenate int and string. Yes. So we need to convert this into a string. And we did not got the output because we want to store that back again. So wait a minute. Okay. 6. Yes. Just a second. Let me see what's happening here. 6, 3 point. So we got 6 properly. Okay, then we got, let's print this and let's try to understand what we are doing. Print E comma V. No, we got the perfect answer here. And we don't want the extra space, so we can remove it. No problem. So let's see how I have solved this. Okay, let's see how I have solved this. It's very simple. We got the answer. I can just use your dot strip and you would understand this better. Okay, now see exact same answer. We got it here. Let me explain you line by line here and the approach what I followed. So see, basically the number is 7536. Now here is a simple logic of coding. Whenever you want the last number, okay, so you always modulus this with 10. Now see, the maths is very simple here. Let's try to understand the maths. So when you do modulus by 10, so 7536, you do modulus by 10, okay. So it's 10, 7530, 7530, and you would get automatically remainder 6. So just we have multiplied 7. Here it is 7536. Sorry, here it is 10. So you multiply it with by 7530 and you get remainder 6. Always you would get the last digit when you modulus it by 10. Okay, just it's a very simple logic. Now we got the remainder which is stored in A. Okay, now so you can see that I have printed here A, and you can see that in A there is the last digit. Then what I did, after getting the last digit, I want to remove that digit also, right? Just think for it. I want to remove that digit. If I don't remove that digit, what would happen? I can't come to this number. So I removed that digit. Very simply, I removed that digit. How I removed it? I used here floor division. So basically, this 7536, that is the V value, I floor divided it by 10. So what is this floor division? I would explain you. So I would write here 10. So 10 again it would divide it. Now see, understand the difference between floor division and normal division. So 753 single division by 10, it would give you the point answer. I'm not interested in point. Okay. I know that by dividing 10, I would get a decimal point here. That's it. If I divide it by 100, decimal point would move here. But I am not interested in decimal point. I want 753. So that I get the last third, like last digit, that is 3. So I would use this and I would use here floor division. What floor division does? Basically, it takes your floor output and basically it would put it down. Okay, basically it would take your, just again what I would repeat it, it would take your division, and you know that floor is where it is down. Okay, so 753, it would take it down to 753. 753.6, it would take it down to 753. So that is the reason you are getting 753 here. See that I have printed V. So now my V is 753. Now again it would go up. Again it would divide by 10. My last modulus 10. So my last digit is 3 now. So it is 3 here. Same way for 75. Now this 3 would be removed using this operator. You got 75. Then again this would go up. 5 would be there in the A, and in V there would be 7 now. In the same way, now 7 would go up. 7 modulus 10 would be 7. 7 floor division 10. Okay, that would give you the answer as 0. Okay, because 0 point something it would be come down to 0. You can see that it's 0. Now what I did, all the A values, see what is there in my A, 7536. I have 6 in, basically 6 I am putting in A, then 3 I am putting in A, then 5 and 7, all of them in A. So basically I used here concatenation, that is my empty string plus A. So my A would be 6, and then plus I used a space. So it would be space 6 space. Then again I used here, again in the next iteration I got 5, plus in again iteration I got 3 space, because there is A space. See, I would explain you how this runs. So in my output, there is a blank space. Okay. If you have already understood this, you can jump to next question. Okay, I'm explaining someone who has not understood this. So you can always skip, go forward if you have already understood that. So output is blank right now. Then I said here output plus A. Okay, that is my A is right now the 6. So empty string, and then there is a space, the space that you see here. Then it would go again up. A value is changed to 3 now. So it would be 3. Okay, output value is 6 dash. Now we added 3 in that and dash again. That is the space. Then again for the next value, 5 dash. And then again for the next value, that is 7 dash. That is the reason we were getting extra space there. And we removed it by using strip function. So this was the complete code. I hope many of you solved it. Okay, just keep your square as a score there. Keep like as it is your tracking thing. So in our first video, we got 10 out of 10, 10 out of 7, 10 out of 3. So you can keep improving it. So we have done this. Now the fifth question. Given two integer, return their product only if the product is equal or lower to 1000, else return their sum. So this is very easy now. I hope everyone would do it. Again, pause the video now. Okay, the solution part. So we have the number 1 and we have the number 2. Now what we want to do, given two numbers, we want to return their product only if product is equal or lower than 1000. So I would just do here number 1 into number 2 and return their product only if they are equals to or lower than 1000. So whatever the value is, I would store that in result. Now, if result is less than or equals to 1000, it says that lower or equal than 1000. In that case, print res. If that is not the case, in else part, I just need to print their sum. So I can just write here print number 1 plus number 2. So in this way, basically, I just followed what is said one by one. Okay. I first multiplied it and then I want to check a condition. So I use if here. And let me write the comments also here to get the last digit, to remove the last digit from number. Okay. To concatenate the strings. I hope this would help you. Okay. Now, coming back to the part, yes, we got 600 as is the expected result. I think this was simple one and I hope everyone has solved it. Now the sixth question. Write a program to find how many times substring Emma appears in this text. Very cool question. Okay, I hope again you can pause the video and check the answer afterwards. So we want to find how many times Emma is repeated. So first of all, what I can do here is I can use a for loop here. Okay, like first let me show you that for I in. Now see, I want to check every word here. So I would use here for I in string underscore x. But if I do like this string underscore x, it would give me every character like E, M, M, A is like that. I do not want it. So I would use here dot split. So this split would give me on the space characters because I want to check it step by step, like word by word. Now I would just use here I dot split is done. Now I would check. I would use a counter here. Just see that. Apply a normal logic. I'm keeping a counter here. C equals to 0. Let's say. Let's keep a counter. C equals to 0. Like you do in your normal day-to-days. Imagine that you have a boy who is counting that for you. So that boy has just remembered 0 is there right now. Then I would just say him that if I is equals Emma, that we want to check. In that case, just increase your counter. Simple increase your counter. So C would be increased to 1 whenever Emma is found. That's it. The task is done. You can print here C and you will see that Emma is appeared in 2 times. You can see that. You can also use here one function called as string x dot find not find, it's count. Okay, and you can write here Emma. It would do exactly the same stuff. So instead of writing all this counter and creating on your own, you can just use a dot count function. If you want to read about it, I have already explained you can use help str.count. Okay, and you would get the help of it. So it returns the non-overlapping occurrence. Okay, so basically you just need to mention what you want to search for, and it would give you like how many times it is repeated. So this was the simple stuff. Now the seventh one, accept numbers from user and write a program. Write a program to accept two numbers from user and calculate multiplication. Now this is super simple. All of you have done it. Okay, comment that. I know that you would say, Akash, what is this? We have done that in the first day. But yes, let's write it. A equals to input, enter user, enter first number. Then we would write here E equals to input, enter second number. We would put that in colons. This also in colons. Input second number. Okay. Now we would just do A into B. Now see that immediately it would give you an error. All of you, I hope you have guessed it. Yes, because this gives you the string output. Always this is the string output. So just remember that sometimes small programs create problems. You need to convert that into an integer. So you would write here integer conversion. So it works like that. You can write here integer, and here also you can write integer and integer, that's it. Yes, and now it would work 5 6 are 30. So we have done the seventh one also. Now the eighth one, display three strings, name is James, and you need to use a print function for this. Now what is the stuff? So basically this is the print statement. Okay, it is printing here name is James. I don't want to print it like this. I want to print it in this way. Like name is James and display in between separator. So basically I want the star star here, and here also I want star star. Okay, like this I want. So it will be very simple, Akash. You can use like this. Like you can just put this into quotes and you can write here print. And your task is done. Okay, you would get the answer. No, guys, this is like call as this is a wrong way. Okay, understand here, guys. I'm not saying it is an alternative way. I'm saying that this is a wrong way. In this way, whatever you want, you can print it. Imagine that if someone said me that write a program to take two numbers and print the output of them. So I can write here simply like this, print A, B, and I can write here, for example, print of 30. Okay, like I've said that I'm using A and B as 5 and 6. Okay, I can write here print A equals to 5, something like that. I can write here A equals to 5 and comma B equals to 6. Okay, I can like this write a print statement and you would get the answer here 30. So this is, understand, this is wrong. This is no coding. Okay, we are just printing the stuff. So this is not allowed here at all. You cannot print it like this. Then how you can print it? See. And this is a new concept, very interesting. There is an option here, you can read about it. There is a separator, something like that. Okay, this end is also there. I would explain you what is this end, but not right now in some other question. Here is separator. What this separator does? See, string inserted between the values. Default is space. Okay, guys, pay attention. Now here there is a space as a separator. So basically you cannot use, we have understood that you cannot use like this. There is a space in between whenever you use a print. Comma means by default it would give you a space. But if you don't want the space like this, you can use the same thing. See the separator, what it says. There is a space by default. You can change this space to any operator. Separator equals to double star, and you would get star in between them instead of separate. Now, if you want in between them dash, you can write there dash. So you would get a dash. It is as simple as that, separator operator. Okay, now the last two problems are left. Let's complete that. This is the new concept, very interesting. Now, display the float number with 2 decimal. Okay, now this is also a new concept for all of you. This is my num, and I want to only display till 54, like 2 decimals, like till 54, not beyond that. So how to do it? Let's see this. You can use a print statement. Inside that you can use, okay, your number, and you can mention here colon, comma, %f dot 2. I would explain you what is this. And yes, we need to first define the num here. Just a second. Yeah, sorry, you need to use here percentage. Okay, now see, we got the exact answer. Let's understand how I got it. Okay, so this is also called as float formatting. In that you mention here colon, then percentage dot 2f. Okay, now this 2f means that round it off to 2 decimal place. Okay, this f stands for float. So I'm saying that this float number, round it off to 2 digits. This 2 stands for digit. And this percent includes that this percent is this variable. No comma, nothing. You need to use percent, then dot, how many digits you want, then whether it is a float, if float, if it is a digit, then digit, and then percent num. So if you give here 3 decimals, you would get 3 decimals. See that you are getting 3 decimals. If you want a digit, okay, so you would just mention here digit. So you would get the digit, you would not get the floating part of it. So in this way, this is used just simple percent. Okay, remember that percent dot how many digits, then F for float, D for digit. Simple as that. So this solved your problem. So it is like percent is like you would mention your variable there. Okay, colon, like sorry, colon dot, then number of digits. Okay, then F for float. That's it. Okay, and you, at the end you write this percent variable once again. That's it. Okay, now the last problem here. Write a program to take 3 names as an input in a single input, and expected output should be like this: Emma, Jessie, and Kayla. So it's very simple. Pause the video and try it. Just see that. You would use your input. You need to mention that, brother, enter your name with spaces. Like you write, I have seen that instruction, enter your values with comma, enter your values with semicolon, like this. I'm giving the instruction. I'm storing that in names. Okay, and then you can use names dot split, the simple function dot split, and you can store that in name 1, comma name 2, comma name 3. Now see the magic of it. Let's try this. Okay, so I would enter the same 3 names here. And let's try to print all the 3 names. See, we got exactly all the 3 names like we want: Emma, Jessa, and Kelly. Okay, you can use print also here. Print statement, just simple. So you would get the print in the same way. You can use the print like this. So let me try that. So print name 1, colon, then you can write here comma name 1. Okay, like this you can do the formatting. I'm not doing the formatting. It's exactly the same. You would get exactly what we wanted the output. So let's do that. It would be straight and simple forward. So you can write your name 2, name 3, exactly how the coder wants, you can name it like that. So that it's very simple, exactly in the same. So this was the 10 question. Everyone, if you have followed the video up till now, just mention that, okay, how much score you got in the comment section. And preparing all this question, Roshni helped me a lot. Roshni Joshi, thank you so much for her also preparing such good questions. I hope this helped you. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. You would get the link in the section below, the notebook link. Try that, follow it, and get ready for the next exercise. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. Take care. Keep smiling.